Hey guys, Paul here and welcome to another episode of Tech Central TV. On this week's episode, guys, we're going to be reviewing the Mujo full leather wallet case for the new iPhone 10. Now, this is probably one of the nicest and most luxurious wallet cases I've seen on the market for this phone up to this date. It is absolutely phenomenal, wrapped in smooth Italian leather with the perfect size cutout for up to 3 cards in the pouch. It fits around the iPhone nicely and it looks especially nice in the black iPhone 10, which is what we have here, of course. Now, let's open the box up and see what is inside. So the box is pretty simple. Inside we just have a little felt pouch for the case itself. And then we have a little rivet here so we can take the case out. Now, guys, I don't know if you can tell on the video how nice this looks, but the color of the leather is really, really nice. It's a nice saddle brown, kind of like a Dakota leather kind of finish. It looks something and feels like something you would find in like a premium, like a German car or something like that. It feels really nice. It looks really nice. And on the side here, we have nice brown stitching to go along with the case. I maybe would have liked a bit lighter shade, so it would have gone sort of on a like a white, so that it would contrast with the tan leather, but this tan color stitching is also really nice. Inside we have a felt, like a smooth suede kind of interior, obviously to keep your phone safe from scratches and from dents and stuff like that. And then we have the Mujo logo on the bottom here, as well as 1582. Not sure what happened in 1582, but there you go. So let's see what it looks like with the black iPhone 10 inside. I think from this angle you guys can really see the color of the leather. It looks really, really nice. So putting the iPhone 10 inside, not that difficult of a process, just snap it together. And there we go. This is what it looks like with the 10 inside. And I think it looks really, really good. The black with the tan leather, I think, is a perfect combination. It goes really well. It complements the phone's color perfectly. And now that they have the iPhones with the front and the back being black instead of like before where they had the back was the space gray or silver, it complements the phone just that much more. On the side we have that huge cutout for the big home button, of course. Or sorry, not home button, the power button. On the sides we have buttons, overlays for the volume switches, and then the rocker is a little cutout. I would have liked this rocker switch to be a little bit bigger. It's kind of hard to get your finger in here and try and, you know, maneuver it. Sometimes it can be a little bit annoying, but for the most part it does its job. And I also would have liked, I know this is what I like on most cases, is to have the volume buttons and the power button fully exposed, but that kind of takes away from the aesthetic of the case itself. This is nice, it's clean, it's flush, it just wraps all the way around except for this cutout. If you had volume and power knob cutouts, they would have to put molding on the side, plastic molding to keep it in place, and it would draw away from the aesthetic. But from a practicality standpoint, I like it when the home button, sorry, not the home button, the power button and the volume buttons are the original, or like there's cutouts for those buttons. This case really doesn't get in the way of your screen real estate. You still have the full 5.5 inches of the screen, which looks really nice and it's really useful. The bezels on the case aren't that big, which is good because they won't get in the way of your finger, like when you're sliding them across the screen and stuff like that. You won't feel that edge very much. But on the other side, they won't be as protective if your phone ever falls face forward, because those bezels are not that big. It won't be as protected. But again, that's a compromise you make for having the aesthetic and the nice looks of the case. On the bottom here, we have a clean cutout for the 2 speakers and for the lightning cable port, which looks really good. And then on the back, obviously, we have a cutout for the dual lens camera. Now in here, you guys it says 2 cards, but I've gotten up to 3 inside here. So this is basically what regular card size would be like, and you just fit it back here. With the card inside, you do have a bit of the card exposed. Now if you have a black card or a card that is a nice color like in the picture here, I think it would go well. It would complement the overall you know, the design, the look of the case with the phone in it. If you have a black card like is here on the picture on the case, I think it would look really nice, a black card on the back with the tan and the black phone. Obviously, that would be an ideal sort of situation. Obviously, not all credit cards are black. Some are not as nice of a color. I know I have a green credit card. I don't know how that would look in this, to have like a green or a blue credit card sticking out of this little pouch here. But if you're one of the few who has a black card or a card that has a nicer color to it, I don't think it would be that big of a distraction to have part of the card sticking out here at the back. And that's something else that you guys want to consider with this case. It isn't going to replace a wallet unless you only carry around 1 or 2 cards. It's not going to replace a traditional wallet, and you are going to have a little bit of your credit card showing. So I don't know, you guys might want to take that into consideration. People are going to see you're carrying your credit card around with you. They're going to see what kind of credit card you may have, because it is exposed at the back of the case. But if you guys are looking for a super minimalistic approach to a wallet and all you want to have is your phone and just 1 or 2 cards that maybe don't accept Apple Pay, or sometimes you can't use Apple Pay because your merchant doesn't accept it, this is the perfect and most elegant, most luxurious solution to that, other than having a really thin wallet. But obviously that would be even more bulk to just this small little pouch here. Now, as for the thickness of the case, this pouch at the back adds almost 0 thickness to the case, and it feels really good when you have it in your hand. It feels sturdy. It may be a little bit annoying, this edge, but it's just until you get used to it. Obviously, it's not going to feel like a smooth case like the Apple case where you have nothing on the back, obviously, but it feels really good. It feels really good, and it feels a lot nicer than regular wallet cases. I hate regular wallet cases. They're really thick in the back, and there's all these compartments and these switches, and it just gets really complicated, ugly, messy, and gets in the way of the practicality of the case. But this is a perfect combination between a nice minimalistic approach to your wallet and a leather premium case for your iPhone. Now, if you guys are interested in picking up one of these Mujo cases, we'll have links down in the description below where you guys can pick them up. They come in a variety of different colors. This is just our favorite color. I don't know if you guys can tell, but tan brown leather is kind of my favorite color for iPhone cases, and I think it looks the best with black phones, and I only have black phones, so that's why I go with the brown. But obviously, there are more color choices available at Mujo. And yeah, guys, that does it for this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, if you guys are interested in the product, we'll have links down in the description below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to tune in next week for another episode. Peace!